Okay, hi everybody. Welcome back to the channel and to the Cataclysm. I, of course, am Vormithrax. This is Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. Continuing the odyssey of Larry the Streak Lawrence. Yeah. Larry's doing okay. We got a bit some issue. We'll talk about the issues, but yeah, welcome. So, let's see, what's going on? We ended Monday. We had just finished up exploring the lab. Got it completely explored on Monday, so pretty much took the entire episode to get it all done. But we're finished. We're done. We got nothing to do in the lab other than maybe gather some quick raw materials for a few things if I decide to do a bunch of crafting and stuff here. So, big issue we've got currently is that the upper floor, or the above ground area, is a swarm with blobs and fungus. The blobs and fungus are having their own little war, and it's a mess up there. So I'm not sure yet exactly how we're going to get us and our crap out of here in a remotely safe fashion. I think I'm going to have to go cull the herd a bit on the blobs in particular, and see if I can get the vehicle parked in such a way that I can block the front entrance, with the rear of the vehicle parked right up against the doorway, and that will allow me to shuffle my gear up and down the stairs and into the vehicle, and then hopefully we'll have enough room that we can drive off. Maybe I'll need to do a little more culling if they stack up on the vehicle again, but we'll see. But yeah, we got to do something about that. So I hadn't made a decision at the end of the episode on Monday on exactly which way we were going to go on how to approach it. We're in a position now where we've got a bunch of stuff. We, like I said, just finished looting the lab. Nothing left to go get in here except for if I run out of food, some junk food and some vending machines. But hopefully we'll be out here before that becomes a problem. Other than that, all 6 floors are completely done. And finale was fairly useless for us, so that was a bit disappointing. Didn't see a single mutagen or purifier anywhere in the entire 6 floors of the lab, but we had like 8 autodock rooms, which was hilarious. Not much in the way of good CBMs found either, unfortunately, so we weren't able to really do anything to take advantage of that. Plus, our skills are low and all that kind of stuff. So back to the character sheet. If you're brand new to the series, this is the Naked and Unafraid series. Larry the Streak Lawrence is the character, and we're playing the next summer scenario with a naked and afraid profession, and we are a squeamish, wool allergic hoarder. We turned to nudity as a solution to our various problems, and we went on an extended retreat at a interesting location that allowed us to study Nude-Fu. That's the Kung Fu style. That's what I'm calling it anyway. And we were expelled because we wore a belt and, you know, to hold my tool. So we're wandering the Cataclysm looking for a new home. And my end point for the challenge is I have to find 3 refugee centers. So when we get to the 3rd one, that is where they will be accepting of my Free Willy lifestyle. And they'll allow us to stay. And that's going to be our new home. So, we've only known 1 so far. We've got the coordinates for the first refugee center, but we haven't been able to get moving yet to get towards it. So there you go. That's kind of the scenario. You can check the commands in chat for the other details. I have not updated since 93.70 whatever. We are still on... we're on 93.93 is what we're on now. What does my settings screen say? Oh, I didn't update it. Alright, I'll update that. Give me 1 second. This is the same build as I used on Monday. I haven't updated since Monday. What am I on now? 93.93. Come here, you. Alright, so the bot should have the right info now. We are on build 93.93. So that's where we're at. So character-wise, base stats, nothing super important there. A lot of cold because we're mostly naked. I've got self-imposed restrictions. I am not allowed to wear anything with greater than 30 encumbrance. Or 30 coverage, not encumbrance, 30 coverage. So that rules out most clothes of any kind. A few utility type items and a few minor clothing items, but not much. So We're having to be pretty careful about that. It's one of the reasons I chose the next summer start, so we could actually do this, but it hasn't impacted us too heavily for temperature reasons, but it's a major impactor for combat reasons, of course. Skill-wise, we've managed to eke our first aid up to 6, fab to 6, dodge, I think we might have started at 4, I forget. Tailoring 4, mechanics 4, and that's about it. Everything else is kind of trailing off from there. Trait-wise, we are quick. We've got Fleetfoot, Night Vision, Pain-Resistant, Quick, Self-Defense, which is the Brazilian martial arts style, and Tough Feet, because we can't wear shoes. We took Tough Feet, of course. On the negative side, we are a poor healer, so we've got even slower healing than the base, and then Heavy Sleeper, Hoarder, Squeamish, and Wool Allergy, with Trigger Happy, which won't affect me too much. Yeah, so there you go. There's the character sheet. This is our little base we've got set up. We've got a workbench, got our brazier, and our wood source. Got a big pile of crap right here and our bed to sleep on. I picked this spot because we've got an infinite light source right here, and we've got infinite water right here. And our exit to the above ground is right there. So, like I said, we are pretty much done in the lab, barring me running out, excuse me, and possibly grabbing some raw materials to do some crafting with. So, we got some decisions to make. Yeah, let me show you the map real quick. There's the map. So, we actually started up here. The challenge began with us popping into the world somewhere right on the end of this peninsula, which was hilarious. It's kind of a funny starting place. We were wedged into this city. We took up residence in this house for quite a while. Did a bunch of running around the city, hitting various locations up through here, and then we were able to get a vehicle and get moving. I needed to get out of that little dead point cul-de-sac area, and we were just about to set up an evac shelter here for a bit, but we decided to push on through. And we came all the way down to the lab. Unfortunately, one of the things I was most afraid of that we didn't know before we came down here is that we do have a fungal nearby. So the fungal bloom is making its presence known, and we've just got a massive war going on right now between the blob and the fungus right outside our lab. Just huge numbers of them. And then we got another fungus over here, and so on. But we got a pretty good look at the local area when we climbed up some of the tall buildings nearby. Acid Ant Hill, so that's probably going to be impinging on a good section of this area. I wonder if that isolated F over there is the magic cabin. Are you the magic cabin? Nope, you're a forest. Alright. So yeah, so that's kind of the issue. We're heading towards the refugee center down here. There's a refugee center right here at the end of this little road area. So that'll be our first stop once we do manage to get moving. Lots of places between, but it looks like we've got some open area that we can drive through finally, once we do manage to get our gear up into the Humvee. I've got 2 Humvees, actually. We've got one sitting right outside the lab, and we've got another one parked over here, just outside of the current influence area of the blob, or of the Micus. So we'll see. We got some options, but unfortunately, I just can't spend too much time above ground. The place is just going to become a massive Micus battleground, and I really just don't want to stick around. So there's no real point to it. It's a waste of time if you're not going to stick around the area. So ideally, I just need to clear the area well enough that I can drag all my crap upstairs, and we can get it loaded in the vehicle and get out of here. I'd rather just get away from the fungus, the Micus, and the blobs, and set up somewhere else temporarily so we can get some stuff done. So how much crafting in that we're going to do, I'm not sure. We don't have a lot of food. We've been picking up a lot of different shelled nuts and all the normal stuff I grabbed from the vending machines and the kitchen areas, so we've got a bit. We've got, if I had to guess, maybe a week's worth of food if I stretched it out, but that's it. We don't have anything beyond that. There's not much I can craft, so we've got a limited supply. I have to get out of here at some point, and since I don't have easy access to the outside, I gotta be careful how long I spend prepping before we make our breakout. So I'm more inclined to try to break out early than late, but the amount of crap we have sitting here could be problematic. We got 481 in the space I'm sitting in. Let's see, the Humvee's got what, 3 trunks in the back? So that's, what is that? 325. What was that, 480 or something like that? 490, I think. Somewhere around there. So we could theoretically get all of this stuff in there, and there's some of this stuff I'd leave behind. So we can thin the pile out a bit, but we'd have to drag it over the stairs, get it hauled upstairs, then drag it down the hall into the vehicle. And the whole time we're doing that, we're going to have just massive amounts of movement and stuff going on upstairs. So how are we going to deal with that? That is going to be the question. We got quite a few books that we can read. We could stick down here for weeks just trying to read and get our skills caught up to the book levels that we've got. We've got a few gaps. We don't have the mid-level electronics book, but the other ones, we can go pretty far. We've got tailoring to 6, fab as far as we want to take it, mechanics to 6. Oh no, mechanics to 8. We can go all the way to 8 for mechanics. So most of the crafting stuff we've got pretty well covered if we just take the time to do it. Int 8, not the best. That's going to slow us down some, and no reading or book learning traits. So that's a little bit of a problem. Going to take time. Healing factor is also a problem. So that's the biggest issue with the amount of fighting I think I'm going to have to do to clear out some of the blobs. And my fighting style and being naked is not conducive to blob fighting. They've got fairly high bash protection, and that's all the damage I do, really. I'm a Fists of Fury kind of guy, and my fists just kind of sink in and don't do much. I need cut. I need lots and lots of cut. So we need to figure out what is the best weapon I can use for cut damage that I can get away with. I'm leaning towards the pipe spear, I think, is going to be the first one I'm going to try. It's got decent piercing, which is cut, essentially, as well as reach attack. So I can use my speed maneuverability to stay out of the reach of the blobs, hopefully, while I poke them to death with my sharp piece of metal. And in that way, I'm hoping I can pare down the pile without taking any direct damage. The big deal about being naked is normally when you take a hit from zombie or whatever, your clothes, even if you don't have armor, your clothes themselves absorb a fair percentage of the damage and then leak through whatever's remaining after it protects you a certain amount. And so when you get hit, you only take a few points here and there usually. When you're naked, you're taking it all. You're taking the full Monty. So if they hit you for 10 damage and you have clothes that would normally block 6 or 7, nope, I'm naked. I take the full 10. So that eats up my health bars really, really fast. And with slow healer and the new healing settings, does take a little bit of effort to get that fixed up. So I think the reach attack with the pierce damage is going to be the way to go. I won't get any martial arts benefits or anything like that, but I think my maneuverability and speed, along with the pokey reach attack, will probably be the best solution. I thought about it, and I was debating going with like a steel spear, but if I do that, I'm going to have to go through the whole metalworking. I'm going to have to get the anvil set up, the tongs, and the crucible, which isn't super hard. I know where and how to do that down here, but it'll take some time. Long stick, that's funny. I'll have to go get a long stick out in the forest outside before I can make my steel spear. But that's got a pretty high moves per attack for the benefit of about 9 points of pierce. And I think +1 to hit bonus. So the pipe spear, where'd you go, pipe spear? Top. Yeah, pipe spear is 20 versus 29 and only +1 versus +2, but it's faster by a fair significant amount. And it has the same benefits, although I wouldn't get the impaling strike. So I'm thinking do an experiment with the pipe spear real quick. Go up top, see how things look. Poke a few blobs, see how effective it is and how my movement holds up. And then depending on the results of that, come back down and rethink the plan. So I think that's what we're going to do. Okay. Let me check in with chat here. Howdy everybody that's saying hi. Your money's on the fungus? All praise to the Micus? Maybe. The blob's pretty good at taking out Micus. The problem with the blob versus Micus fights is I think the blobs get to reproduce even when they go after the spores. So the blobs tend to split and reproduce way fast when they're going up against the Micus in this manner, in this kind of a free-for-all brawl that's going on. Rifle and bayonet? Yeah, I've got the knife on the end of the bayonet, so I could take that. I'll have to check the stats on it. Hey there, Potato Fiend. Welcome, thanks for the follow. Alright. Hey there, Halcyon. Patreon incoming. Well, that'll be cool. Thank you very much. Appreciate the support. Yep, I see it in the email. I'll send out a thank you a little later this evening when I'm not live streaming. I appreciate the Patreon, though. That's very, very helpful. Helps me plan the finances for the channel and the upgrades and such. So knowing the support is there on an ongoing basis is awesome. So thank you very much. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and get things moving again. So we do need to do a little bit of healing. I'd like to do a little bit of reading / crafting and do one session of sleeping to get healed up, and then we'll go poke around outside. So let's look at our gear real quick. Here's what I've been rolling around with. We got our panties. That's pretty much our only clothing item. So we've got panties, a sheath, a holster, dive watch, knee pads, elbow pads, and then a backpack. That's what we've been rolling around with. So we do have our assault rifle, and it's got 18 pierce. But look at that. That's the problem I'll have right there. So I'd rather get the 20 pierce for 100 speed than 18 pierce for 163. This is nice when you need to stab somebody with the rifle on rare occasions to use it as the reach attack with the bayonet, but I wouldn't rely on it. Plus, it's got the -1 instead of the +1 for the to-hit bonus. So it's not ideal, but it can be used for the purpose. So I think I probably will stick with the pipe spear as my first endeavor. Let's do that now. Let's just get the pipe spear built real quick. Oops. One pipe spear coming right up. I don't care about screams of pain. Build me a pipe spear. Alright, I love it that I can't see my stuff sitting on top of the crafting table there. Okay, wield Mr. Pipe Spear. Alright, so we're gonna... Let's see. Let's leave this stuff up here. We'll leave the home wrecker. What am I not going to go up? Well, I'm not going upstairs immediately, so I guess it doesn't matter. We'll sort that stuff out later. So that's just backpacks. And north of me here is, oh yeah, my happy making stuff. And I was working on mechanics, just in case I needed to do some vehicle work earlier rather than later. Not tired. We're overweight, so food's not an issue. Got plenty of water. What else is on the list here? Not doing range stuff right now. Do I go with the arm guards? Arm guards and leg guards are the only exception that I made to my 30% coverage rule. Because they're integral to the martial arts style that he was using. But they do cause a fair bit of encumbrance. I'm going to go as naked as possible for the first test, and then we'll kind of adapt from there. So I don't think I'm going to worry about any of that stuff. I'm not going to... Well, I got to decide if I'm going to go into the metalworking stuff. Do I get the metalworking stuff done? I think what I'll have to do is I'll have to do my test, see how likely it is I can get a cleared area and get out of here. I hate to abandon the location because we've got a perfect opportunity now that we've cleared the lab to do a bunch of reading and leveling up and crafting and whatever else we might want to do, and even prepping the vehicles. If it weren't for the presence of the blob fungus war going on, or Micus war going on up on the ground floor, I would very definitely just hang around here and get all that stuff done, get the vehicles modded up, and then hit the road. It's very much a hit-the-road kind of challenge. It's all about finding the 3 refugee centers and visiting 3. So it's just really how much modding do I need to do on a vehicle for that kind of challenge? Technically, I could just run outside, go straight to a vehicle and start driving. And as long as I'm careful and such, we could probably find 3 refugee centers. The trick is going to be getting to the top floor of tall buildings to get the map unveiled, or to hack a computer in a lab entrance so we can get the map unveiled. That would be the fastest way. Definitely not just driving around at random looking for one. And we can find an evac shelter. Hopefully we can find a map to a near one, but it's going to take a lot of driving. Refugee centers aren't spaced very close to each other, so we're going to have to do quite a bit of travel. So I'd like to do it in style if we can manage it, but whether we can or not is the question. Alright, so towards that end, let's pick something to do some reading for and call it good. Negative 24 currently, no positive, because we are at 8.6 out of 11. As soon as I pick up a book, though, we're going to use up some of that. So more mechanics, we're at 4 currently. I don't have the final first aid book to push our first aid to 8. Otherwise, I'd do it. Probably I wouldn't do it. It's diminishing returns on the benefits for healing rates after about 3 or 4, so we're already at 6. We're not really going to get that much extra healing out of it. Hey there, Ice Viper. I reached the goal that allowed me to apply for partner. Yes, we reached that on last Friday's stream. So on Saturday, I submitted my application for partner status. We're currently waiting to hear back. The automated response I got back when they got my application said 1 to 2 weeks. So we're in the queue, awaiting review. I'm not maybe I'll do melee. That'll be important. Let's do melee instead. Yeah, let's do melee. Oh man, I forgot to put the earplugs in. Alright, earplugs in. Now let's do some melee. Right after we're still a little light. There we go. Alright, let's do some happy making things here. Let's see, that's a plus 10, that's a plus 15, and a chocolate bar. Alright, good enough. Let's read a Western novel for a little bit, get our focus back up. Alright. Go, Close Quarter Fighting Manual. Teach me how to fight. And we're tired. Alright, we're going to get to sleep a little earlier than I thought. 1 p.m., huh? I'd like to try to push closer to... Well, do I want to fight in the night or in the day? No, I want to go up in the daylight. I need to be able to see what the situation is. Alright, so there's Melee 3. We are done with that book. What's next? Rifles. The launchers. Keep pushing Fab. I think I might keep pushing Fab. That way I know I've got access to all the cool stuff I might need. Choose the design binder. That's a +1 fun factor for level 6 to 7. 48 minutes though. Ouch. I don't have enough space because the other one. Let's get this out of the way for a second. Come here, home wrecker. Hit the floor. Alright. 30 minutes to get... Nope, wrong one. -2, no thanks. 30 minutes for no fun factor. That's mechanics. Keep picking the wrong skills. Ah, that's even worse. And worse. Alright, never mind. That is a good one. So we're going to go with 48 minutes and +1. And we'll go to sleep. If I don't go dead tired, we'll go to sleep around 7 or 8 o'clock. I'd rather wake up near the morning time so we can begin our odyssey of blob killing and mycus infection avoiding. Alright, good enough. Back to normal weight. Let's go ahead and have a couple of... Oops. I hate it when they move what I'm selecting around because of the volume or the quantity change. It annoys me when I accidentally eat the wrong thing because they shift my item around on me. Good enough. Alright, let's go to sleep. How's my bandage supply? 26. We should be fine. Bandage that. I know I've got plenty of disinfectant. So, there we go. Alright, everybody went and watched the How to Heal Effectively quick tip, right? Right? Y'all know to raise your first aid skill and bandage and disinfect now. That way people can stop complaining on Reddit and Discord about how healing sucks and it takes 3 weeks to heal. Assuming I'm talking with an NPC that has the ugly trait, does that mean my persuasion skills increased against him since ugly trait lowers the speak skill check? I have no idea. I don't know. I'm not sure if it applies in the reverse direction. I don't really have much of an understanding of NPC traits and whether they're actually used in skill checks of that kind. That's kind of the reverse of the way you're usually thinking about that kind of thing. Not sure why you would care. You have no control over it, so whether it's working or not, I'm not sure what the effective use is to know. I'm not sure how that would affect your choices or your behavior, but I don't know. I don't have a direct answer for that one. NPCs are a vast and confusing mystery, especially their suicide monkey behavior. Getting better. They are improving over time, but yeah. That one I can't answer. Alright, so we woke up at 6:47. I'm not sure if it's light yet. Summertime, I forget when dawn breaks during the summertime. Go ahead and take off the earplugs. And how are we going to adjust? Am I getting any... So I've got torso encumbrance. That's mostly coming from the assault rifle and the backpack. If I dump the backpack, I'm going to have no carry capacity, really. So most of this other stuff will hit the ground. Tool belt is 10 encumbrance? Really? Really? Alright, tool belt's gotta go. Goodbye, tool belt. You don't need to be taken upstairs. Alright, gets us down to 11 torso encumbrance, 6.6 dodge base. Oops, went to sleep with my MP3 player running again. Constantly do that. So many dead batteries resulting from that. I don't technically need any of that tool stuff. I guess I don't really need any of this stuff. For what we're about to do, I honestly don't need to be carrying any of it. So let's drop right where we're standing, the backpack. Everything else will hit the ground on its own. Alright, there we go. Pipe spear and panties with sheath. Am I getting much? Nah, I'm not getting much after that, so that's fine. Got nothing in the holster. Activate holster. I want that one in the holster. And butcher knife there. Alright, I think that's how we're gonna go out. Pipe spear, panties, and some strapped gear. Yeah, I believe there's a toggle option that's PR has been made. It just hasn't been merged yet. At least that's what I've heard. Whether it's true, accurate, or so on, take it with a grain of salt. But I believe an option is coming to be able to switch it back to the previous colors. I'm not a big fan of it. Some people I've heard like it, but I don't know. Especially on videos, like watching these YouTube videos. If a new player showed up and saw this, I'm not sure what he would think. It just looks, it just looks bad. It just bleeds the color out. So I don't know. Just looks a little weird to me still. I can't get my eyes, my brain to adjust to it. Personally, if it's available, I will switch it back to the previous color scheme. I'm just not sure why the change was made to begin with. I don't know if there was a technical issue with distinguishing color shadings with the other colors or what. I'm still having problems in that, for example, I can't see what's on this table, even though there's a bright light here. Because of the weird lighting interactions, this table is a mystery to me. If I drop my pipe spear on it, I can't see it. It's gone! So there's still some weirdness going on with lighting and all that. Yeah. I just can't get used to the sepia color. I don't understand why it was put in, or who requested it, or how many people thought it was a cool idea. But I don't know. I don't know enough about the backstory behind it to say whether it was done for a specific reason or somebody just decided they liked sepia. I don't personally like it. And the volume of people that have weighed in with their opinions seems to be about, if I had to guess, maybe 80-90% no versus yes. But, however. Alright, let's get something to eat. We are doing fine on our weight and our health stat, so we'll just keep smacking down some of the good stuff here. We'll finish off a pretzel. Anything else we're almost out of? No, not a chocolate bar. That almond, that fruit leather. Shorten up my list here. Alright, and some candy. That should be good enough. We're back to peckish. Alright, so next I want, before we go upstairs, to... Oh, that's right, I can't do that. Unless I do that, and then grab that. Alright, read that. Ooh, that's doing very little. Oh, I'm getting interrupted constantly. Earplugs again. Alright. Just wanted to get my focus up before we go out and start stabbing things. I think it's time. Let's go see how our stabbity stab strategy is going to work. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. So I do have 2 royal jelly. Those are my get out of jail free cards if I get fungal infected running around. So we've got 2 opportunities to fix a fungal infection with the royal jelly. I don't have any antifungal drugs. I'm not even sure I have any books that do antifungal. I forget which ones have the recipe, and I'd have to raise cooking pretty significantly. Well, let's go see. Let's see what happens. The Great War of the Blob and Micus. How is it progressing? So Blob right here in the entryway with me. This will be a good test. 8. So we poked him for 9 with a critical. Poked him for 3. Interesting. Now he's just going to sit there while I keep poking him. Our bashing weapons. Excuse me? Oops. Pipe spear is a... Oh, I guess, yeah, it does have a little bit of bash. So we're getting a little bit of bash skill as well. Like, what? Alright, we broke the blob. Now she's got me cornered unless I go downstairs. And we're up to 7.7 dodge base. Alright, let's see if we take any hits here. There's piercing 1. Oh, we took a hit. Not good. Now we got 3 blobs. 1 at a time, please. Alright, they're all done. So that blob's finished. 1 down, about 400 million to go. Brainless zombie is hanging around out there? What do we got going on out there? Some zombies have shown up? That's not very smart of the zombos. Alright, what kind of mess do we got out here? That's a lot better than it used to be. Still pretty bad, but not terrible bad. I actually want those zombies to go away. The zombies are the most dangerous things because they actually will tear the vehicles up. The blobs and the micas will just leave my better quality Humvee alone. I don't really care if they destroy this, but yeah. It's funny. No hostile creature, huh? What do you call fungaloids? Fungaloids aren't counting as hostile? Whoops. Nope, stay away from me. Stay away from me. Alright, I know you guys probably want to hear the combat noises. Uh-oh. This is what I worry about, is them backing me all the way down the hall. Both heavily injured and are gonna split soon. If I lead them south, I don't have a lot of moving room. Do I have a dissector in one of these? That was the turret room. Nope, no dissector. Stop it. Whoops. That was an interesting maneuver. I'm about to get wedged in. And I've got low stamina. This is bad. Alright, that's better. Need my maneuvering room. What I need to do is get through this door, downstairs, and get my stamina back. Alright, back up we go. Alright. So, it's working. We're making some progress, but there's a lot of them to deal with. Those big ones take a lot of hits. Stamina is still going to be my big problem. We haven't damaged the spear. We're getting some skill ups. We're up to what? Melee's getting a little bit of progress. Piercing is raising. Bashing is raising. Have they improved painkillers? Nope. More the same. Painkillers broke. Alcohol broke in the other direction. Alcohol is stupid OP, and painkillers do hardly anything. Let's see. So far, minimal damage, minimal pain. Not gonna go hit my alcohol. Let's go take a mid-level painkiller just to get a little bit ahead of the curve. Not morph. Take an oxy. Severely injured. off, get our stamina back. So I've got a few trapped in the room below here. Just about done with what I can see out the front door. I don't know if they converted those zombies. I'm assuming they converted them. I haven't seen much in the way of the Micus, other than the one I killed. Time to just start hitting the tab key lots and lots of times. Come in range, I dare you. No point getting hit when I don't need to. Oh my goodness, it's almost fairly clear out here. Zombies are gone, Micus are gone. Is this my opportunity? Few spores there, and then huge amounts everywhere else, and fire not actually firing. Still raining. Always raining. Never stopping rain. Let's see. Alright, so a few over there. Alright, spore thingies, do your spore thingy. Okay, what else we got? More blob. What, a blueberry? Junipers. Alright, well this went a little better than I was expecting. If I can just keep the front of the lab area cleared somewhat, then we might be able to get our crap out of there. Sooner rather than later. Keep clearing for now. Damn it, another Micus up there. Get this one first. Hey there, McCracken. In the tree. Come on, Rain. I need you to go away for a bit. I need to start a really good fire. Alright, what do we got wandering over here? Zombies. More and more and more. No matter where I go, there's going to be more down there. Just want to clear the immediate area. I would love to get a fire going. I'd really, really love to get a fire going. Get rid of this stuff. Ah, where'd you go, Micus that was hiding? Ah, damn it. Had to be right on the last one. Spore dusted. Piece of crap. Had to do it right at the end. Oh, stupid zombie! Zombie's coming after me, so he brings all the blobs with him. Piece of crap, zombie. Whoops. Alright, severely, heavily, severely. Take your pick. I don't really care which one you hit. Alright, now I'm starting to care. Stamina is being a problem. I love the way that one downgraded without me doing anything. Just winded. Oh yeah, now we got red face. Ah, now a random zombie shows up. Oh, I love how the game just loves to pile on. Go get him, stupid blobs. Nope. Lovely. Now we've got a bite. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, this is a problem. This is a big problem. Things went from A-OK, no problem, to random zombie shows up right when I went winded. Yeah, this is a big problem. Being naked and all. Having no dodge. Yep, no dodge because of the winded status. No movement ability because of the winded status. If I try to move, I'm gonna get, yeah, we might die right here. By the time I actually get my stamina recovered in any way, shape, or form, we're gonna be long dead. Oh, I practice what I preach constantly. Problem is, I get into a mode and didn't consider the random zombie showing up. Guess we'll stand still and hope the blob consumes that guy while I try to get some stamina back. Go after the zombie blob, not me. This is going to be a painful one. Wonder how many bites we're going to get. This particularly sucks because the slow regen time on stamina means I basically have to sit here and slowly tap the 5 key over and over and over and over again. Because if I pass time, it'll just be pretty much instant death. Oh, the red face is sort of gone. Jeez. We're up to 1.7 dodge, but it's being offset by the pain that we're getting. Moderately injured, huh? And as soon as I try to swing this thing, I'm probably going to go back into winded again. I got no items other than my guns. Which... 50 speed, huh? Maybe I would get that out with 50 speed. Ugh. This sucks. Going awesome right up until this point. We had a good opportunity to get out of here. Now I'm going to have to spend a couple of days recovering, assuming I even survived this guy. I'm debating, do I just keep taking the hits and get my stamina up? Or do I drop the spear and go for the gun? I'm worried that firing the gun is going to be secondarily detrimental. Not sure why I have 2 butcher knives on my sheaths. I think I'm gonna keep letting him pet me for just a little bit longer. The blobs are joining in against me, by the way. They're ignoring the zombie. So I've got the 2 little blobs and the zombie all taking nibbles out of me. Now we're up to intense pain. Still haven't recovered anything. Speed is getting even lower. Yeah, I'm not sure. This is bad. I'm also grabbed now, so this is bad all the way around. My stats are starting to drop. Pain is going way up. One lowly zombie at the wrong time. Oh, more zombies coming. As soon as more zombies arrive, I am pretty much dunzers. Fat zombie hasn't seen me yet. Child zombie hasn't seen me yet. They're getting close. They're wandering this way. They're going to join in before I can get rid of this guy. And it'll be done then. There's no way I can fight off more. When to take a swing. It's a slippery downward slope here. I think I got to take the swing now and just pray I hit. Ah, didn't kill him. Come on. 2 hits for 20 each and he's not done. Ah, come on, man. Alright, step 1 done. Can I get back into the down underground before anything else shows up? Alright. I'm glad I took the nibbles. I think it was a better call. There's a lot of blood globs. Alright, let's get back over here. Get this torso bite taken care of before I get it converted by all the damage I'm taking. And we went fungal infected. God damn it. There's a chance those spores wouldn't infect me, and no, we didn't get that chance either. So we got the full experience. We got the deep bite wound from the zombie, and we got the fungal conversion. So I get to use some torso or some disinfectant and one of my royal jellies. Lovely. I see the game is not messing around today. It's gonna start out fun. All right, let's throw on a backpack. We're done up there for a while. I guess I might as well... Nah, let's just stick with one. Activate disinfectant first. It failed. 95% chance of success, and it failed. I got a bad feeling about this. I got a bad feeling about tonight's run. Oh, so we got winded status killing off the last 2 little blobs. Got the miracle surprise low-level zombie that came and gnashed on me really good. Who then gave me a bite wound. Then the fungal spores actually did convert to an infection. Then I failed on a disinfect. 5% fail chance. I failed it. Alright, game. I see how you're going to be. Let's get that taken care of right now. So it's down to just pain and health. How long have we been online tonight? You can use the well, I forgot what the command is, but there's a command for it. Not quite an hour. Alright, let's stop the deep breathing here. Well, we're going to be here for a little bit. So, I do have to make a choice here. Do I grab gear and run? Or do we stick around? I am really, really torn on the grab gear and run versus stick around decision. We've got an entire lab that we can shred for raw materials to do whatever I need to do. I'm not sure how much of it I need to do for this particular challenge. Let's do some reading while we do some healing. We'll get at least 1 night's sleep in. That'll get us into the green on everything easily. And I'll check upstairs 1 more time tomorrow, and then I'll pull the trigger on whether we're going to skedaddle. We got it way clearer than I thought, so unless it totally repopulates, which it will do eventually, and the fungus will, or the mycos will definitely come back. then, yeah, I don't know. I really don't want to deal with that over and over again. So I'm really leaning towards just tossing my gear into a vehicle and getting out of here. I can find all the other materials, the raw materials for the other stuff, pretty much anywhere. Really, the only thing difficult to get a hold of is, it'd be nice to grab some electronic stuff, I guess, from the computers, but it's easy to get frames, steel frames from the machinery you can take apart. So I could do all the metalworking setup, get the anvil, get the crucible, get the tongs, all that kind of stuff. So that could be done, but I keep coming back to, well, then what do I do with it? It's just such an ingrained habit with me when I go through the progressions to get certain things accomplished. So I have access to other things, but when we're going naked, I'm not doing survival anything. No survival gear, no heavy armor, none of that stuff. So tailoring and all that stuff is pretty much out. There's not much on the tailoring list that would do me any good. On the metalworking side, I can make do with most of the mid-level weaponry that I can already get access to, so a piece of higher level weaponry would be nice eventually, but I may find one in a mansion or something, for example, and not have to go through that process. So I'm leaning pretty heavily towards just keep reading mechanics and then load the car up and get out of here before the micas close back in again. I'm down to one more get out of Micah's jail free card, and then we're screwed. So that's probably what's going to happen. Alright, so let's grab everything. Puts us at not nearly enough. Those, still not nearly enough. Don't wear another backpack for now. Tool belt. Alright, 9.3 out of that. When we pick up a book, we will be under the limit I need to be under. Mechanics 8, -1, 35 minutes. -1, 35 minutes. So, doesn't really matter. Beyond